my protection.
Protection from what?
Koryuken.
We're gonna be in the new world in no time. This is exhilarating. Get excited.
Hey, Nick. You know the superhero movies that have been coming out here recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, Thunderbolts came out. It's pretty good. A lot of people seem to like it. Says it's a return to form for Marvel, and I like that. But you know what is, like, always apparent when it comes to superhero movies? Sony, when it comes to trying to make anything related to the Spider-Man franchise that isn't related to Spider-Man directly. And I know there's going to be people out there who defend Venom. Okay, say what you will about the Venom franchise, it being passable, it being whatever. There is no getting around the fact that Morbius, Madam Web, and Kraven the Hunter are not a trio of absolute shit stews that should not exist. Morbius, I mean, again, there are ways you can make that character interesting. They chose none of it for the Morbius movie. Madam Web, also a fairly interesting character, but look what we got. Kraven the Hunter, one of Spider-Man's most deadly adversaries, and this is what we get. Aaron Taylor Johnson deserves better, man.
I remember we reacted to the trailer to this.
Yeah.
It looked like it could have been cool.
Yeah. But apparently, reshoots among reshoots, and constant delays, literally have turned the film into something just unrecognizable and unbelievably bad. I don't know if there's a good version of this film, but there has to be a better version of the film than what we got. And I can't think of anyone better to tear it apart than the one and only DW. No, not Darkwing Duck. Although I think Doug would find it hilarious him being compared to Darkwing Duck. I am instead referring to Doug Walker, the Nostalgia Critic. He is here, and he is ready to give us what we want. A right trouncing and destruction of Kraven the frickin' Hunter. Much like how he destroyed Madam Web, which I think Doug hit the nail on the head with that one. I mean, he basically... The same thing with Morbius. He tore both of those films apart, and it was beautiful. I'm like, yes, this is what I like. Now, albeit, I know there's people out there who's like, well, Doug doesn't always... yeah, you're never going to... This is the thing you all need to accept. You're never going to 100% agree with the criticisms that people have out there. But when they get it right, they get it right, and we need to at least hold on to critics that do that, instead of shaping and morphing their opinions to fit what other people think they should be. Instead, merely stating your opinion and sticking by it, instead of just like glad-handing and just like giving over to like what the grand populace wants you to think. Instead, you think for yourself, which is one of the reasons why I respect Doug so much, is because no matter how unpopular his opinion is, like his Wall review or various reviews of other movies that he's done in the past. Dude, Star Wars Theory, who I do respect as a creator on this platform, watch Doug's video on the top 11 best things from the Star Wars prequel movies. And Doug basically during that said he didn't enjoy the prequel films that much, but there were definitely things in there that merited great things to be like drawn from it. And he accepted the fact that maybe he was in the minority on what he thought in a lot of the about the negative sides about the Star Wars prequels, but he never relented and said, I don't regret my decisions and my criticisms. And I respect that. I respect people who stick to what they believe in spite of everyone telling them oh, you're stupid. It's so what? It's an opinion. Get over it. It's I have my opinions on certain things, and I guarantee
the internet will never get over people not having the same opinion as them.
Well, this is the thing, is certain people on the internet, but in all honesty, the people who get enraged over opinions are the same people who basically goon in their rooms and never come outside. And why would I care what a gooner thinks about me? I was gonna say, go simp over your Mia Malkovas and whoever else that you're into. Just know that people are out there living their lives, and you're still in your room wasting away, giving all your money to women who are never going to love you. Anyway, shall we get into it? I don't know what to think. I don't know how this is going to go, but I do know that Doug's going to rip it apart, and I'm all for it. Oh.
Well, I think we've come a long way with our progress. I'm especially proud of you, Sony. You've especially seen the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, well, there's only so much money you can bleed out.
Now, we're gonna try our exercise. I show you a Spider-Man villain, you tell me what he should be in a movie.
All right. Bad guy?
Very good, that's very good, Sony.
But what if he's actually a good guy in a buddy-buddy type movie with lots of quirky comedy and bad guys? Just a bad guy.
Very good. Now, Disney, I know you've also suffered some similar losses, so I'm gonna show you an animated classic, and you tell me what you want to do with it.
Okay.
Remake it with half our studio budget.
No.
All of our studio budget.
No, we leave it alone.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, it's just so hard for us to get used to this.
Yeah, we've literally done the same thing for years, and it's always equaled money.
Well, people are starting to wake up to how lazy these are.
Impossible.
Yeah, as the old saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 83 times, still shame on you.
Yes, everybody knows that phrase.
You should have canceled everything and called it a tax write-off. Always works for me. Okay, Warner, it's your turn.
Oh my gosh. I can't stand I cannot stand the guy running Warner Brothers right now. He took the Looney Tunes off of Mac, off of the Mac subscription service. He took Tom and Jerry off of there. He's taking everything away. Sorry. Oh, gosh. Don't know. I got choked up there for a second.
You need to calm down, man.
Damn. He's taking away everything, though. And I can't stand it. It hurts me.
Rant for so long before your throat will give out on you.
I know. But I just can't stand that bastard. I can't.
What's the point? I know everything about my studio and how to save it. All right, then. Who are these characters? Hell if I know. Looks like something one of these suckers would bank everything on. Oh, that's mine. Yes, of course. I know who they are. They're the, Silly Symphonies, I think? Looney Tunes. Yes, I remember.
Do you?
Yes, of course. I did some more clever accounting and sold them to a ketchup bottle. Oh, God, I'm brilliant. Actually, that was a real studio you sold them to called Ketchup Entertainment. What have I done?
Too bad you all can't be constant moneymakers like yours truly.
Okay, we all know you think that, Universal, but if there's anything all these studios have taught us is that people will eventually wake up.
Ah, yes. Listen to this amazing idea. A Jurassic Park movie where dinosaurs eat idiots on an island. Just saying that made me millions.
Okay, just because audiences have a weird dinosaur fetish doesn't mean any trash can make money by just showing up. I just Venmo'd all my money to you.
It was going to happen eventually.
All right, Universal, not every franchise we people.
I know. It hurts. I hate the fact that Jurassic Park has fallen so far down the pit.
It's in the same numbers.
Oh no, it made a
You
little
get
less than...
quality stuff if people would stop supporting the mediocrity so often.
Oh, well.
And the other ones. Still a big payday.
She's right. No matter what formula they use over and over again, they always make money.
What can I say? We can predict what people will mindlessly return to.
Okay. I didn't want to have to do this, but you forced my hand.
I don't know what that is.
That's when they tried to do the Dark Universe with, like, Dracula, the Mummy. You remember that Tom Cruise Mummy film that came out? That's proof positive right there of the fact that it didn't work. They also had one called Dracula Untold, and they were just like, yes, this is going to be our Dark Universe. It's going to be like all these monster movies are connected somehow, and they're all going to mesh up and line up somehow. It didn't work.
Remember what this was supposed to be?
Stop
The
it.
cinematic universe that started and stopped with one film.
Stop it.
125 million down the drain.
How much of that money went to that logo you were going to use over and over?
It's still possible, but we just did another remake of The Wolfman, and that was another remake of The Wolfman.
Admitted. People saw through your shitty formula before it became a shitty formula.
No, you just didn't get it. It was ahead of its time. Somewhere there's a parallel universe where our Dark Universe is making money, and they're still making sequels to this day.
Universal, I really think you need to hear this. It's your fault.
No,
It's your fault.
don't mess with me.
It's your fault.
Don't mess with me. Not you.
Really? You're going with a Good Will Hunting reference here? Bro.
It's like the opposite of how this kind of thing usually goes, where it's like, it's not your fault.
Exactly.
It's your fault.
Don't fuck with me. Yeah.
It's your fault.
No.
It's your fault.
Oh my God. Oh, you're so right. It is your fault.
No.
Well done. Nicely said.
She didn't learn anything.
Screw it. This is Kraven.
It's like, imagine
Trends are
trying
called
to
trends
teach
for a
any of
reason.
these studios anything.
They never learn. They never will learn.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Apparently, infinite times.
Hi there, young people. Lovely day we're having. Proceeds to just get destroyed.
Certainly has a long line of trends that have come and gone, often just repeating the same thing over and over. Some still stand the test of time, and others are the Disney live-action remakes, the Jurassic Park movies, and of course, Sony's Spider-Man villain universe. After 3 disastrous bombs and 1 marginally successful entry, it looks like Sony is finally calling it quits to what was already a pretty odd idea. For whatever reason, they thought we wanted to see well-known and not so well-known Spider-Man villains be heroes, but the final nail in the coffin that we just didn't was Kraven the Hunter. Panned by both critics and audiences, Kraven brought very few people to the theaters. How few? Morbius and Madam Web earned more money.
Oh my God!
Damn.
That's how bad.
Well, there was no doubt at this point this movie was going to be bad. I'm sure many of you are wondering, as you have in the past with these, what kind of bad is it? Where does it rank on the so bad it's good scale that many YouTubers adore creating? Well, a lot of it's just weak with the usual Sony tropes like bad editing and bad ADR. But yes, there are a few moments that are fall to the ground funny. Is it enough to cringe binge with the other Sony Spider-Man villain movies and keep you entertained for 2 hours? Well, let's dive deeper to take a look.
It's like the amount of like Aaron Taylor Johnson is just like, it's like, all right, we want you to sit down in that chair and we want you to like crunch your abs and like show off your abs as much as possible. I swear to God, it is hilarious how many shirtless and like abs show off scenes there are for Aaron Taylor Johnson in this film.
It's like, who is the demographic who they think is coming to see this movie?
I
It's
guess
like they're literally trying to market it towards like women and gay dudes. Like, what's happening?
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's a comic book movie. Like,
Yeah.
know your demographic.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just have to realize when it's time to turn away.
So the Vulture joins Harry Potter.
In Jurassic Park.
To save the Lion King.
That's worth 10 years of our budget.
Oh, embrace
Shut the
denial.
door.
Let's take a
Shut the
look at-
door, Doug. Shut
Hollywood would benefit like so much by someone just lobbing a single grenade into that room right now.
I know, right? just.
There's
All right.
4 problems solved.
All right, and we're done.
At Kraven the Hunter. So the film begins with the literal music from Hunt for Red October.
Yes.
I guess a lot of these accents are on par with Sean Connery's Russian, so it makes sense. And we see our hero named Kraven,
by
played by Aaron
Miroski.
Taylor Johnson, who's a convict being brought to prison.
That face.
What the fuck?
It's like.
Doesn't even look real.
No, it doesn't.
Терпеть не могу соседей.
And I hate when Pixar mixes all the kid characters into one person.
Right?
It looks like if Wes Bentley got hit by a bus. Jesus Christ.
He's called in to talk with one of the more powerful convicts in the prison.
Я охотник.
You know, some things in a crooked prison I get. Books, TV, smokes, and such. Who the hell is saying a rug shaped like an Ice Age character would tie the room together? Yes, it is testament to Tiger I killed in prison.
Kraven.
And of course, it's there just so our hero can use it as a means to escape. The guards all fire at him and... Feel like I missed a scene.
Yeah, that's.
Feel like I missed 2 scenes.
Yeah.
Feel like I'm in a Twilight movie. We're on a plane now! Christ, I've played games of Heads Up 7-Up where I could follow more what was going on. Oh, and just when you think the amazing editing in this couldn't flex even more, check out the title reveal. Like they realized they started with the wrong studio logo and then said, screw it, just cut to the title and whatever font's at the top of Microsoft Word. This is gonna be awful.
Yeah. It's awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Cut to years earlier where we see Kraven as a boy
Well, I
named
literally
Sergey,
feel like I
played by
could have
Levi Miller.
edited a movie better than the movie editors have edited it.
I wonder how much the editor was paid for this. Okay, I would wager it'd be like anywhere from like, consider there's an editors guild, and I guarantee you there's a bare minimum studios have to pay. I think it's like $50,000 to $60,000 just to edit a movie.
Way more money than they deserved, apparently.
Yeah.
Along with his brother Dmitri. Their father Nikolai, played by Russell Crowe, seems to have a strong hold on them.
Mom never made us do shit like this.
Your mother is dead. She took own life. She was weak, sick in her mind.
Okay, so this film is so uninterested with itself, I legit can't figure out if he's reminding them that their mother died years ago, or if he's just telling them their mother died right now. Either way, they have the same reaction as being told their Nintendo Switch is broken. Oh man, that sucks, but I'm sure version 2 will be out soon.
Careful with those.
It's just a game, Granny.
You think my cards are just pretty pictures.
Meanwhile, in northern Ghana, a girl named Calypso is, no big surprise, being taught how to read tarot cards.
The first card is the subject. The second card is the situation. The third card is the outcome.
Which, judging by this movie, will be hilarious.
I have something for you, Calypso. A potion. The formula has been passed down in our family for generations.
Seeing how literally a minute ago you didn't even believe in tarot cards, I think you're ready for the responsibility of this power. While the boys are taken on a forget-your-dead-mother hunting trip, a guy they've never met named Alexi, played by Alessandro Nivola, asks Nikolai to be his business partner.
I want you to be my partner.
No.
That's all the villain motivation I need. He's the bad guy now. Meanwhile, the boys somehow missed that. Could he really hide behind those thin bushes?
Yes.
And what angle do I take on how bad this effect is? Mufasa, Joseph in the Promised Land? No, this definitely has an Assland vibe. No, not that good. The 70s cartoon.
Oh.
The lion mauls our hero. If you're seeing a movie with Crow, you've probably seen Gladiator, so here's some imagery from Gladiator. And coincidentally, Calypso bumps into them. Even comic books, at their silliest, are like, yeah, don't connect our name to this.
Yeah.
The lion gets bored or something, and Calypso uses the potion she has no idea about on a dying boy.
In the name of all the spirits and all the mysteries.
The film mistakes itself for being tied to Black Panther as opposed to Spider-Man, and he wakes up in a hospital. Alberto.
You are one very lucky boy.
I don't know, I'm a pretty decent actor with a very lousy agent. I have like one good thing I've been in, man.
Oh.
Why did you not shoot? You will be leaving with me.
Again, as you might have noticed, this editing just jumps from scene to scene with little to no segue.
Yeah, and that's so disjarring. It's like, way to kill the immersion. I mean, no scene of them like flying back with him like looking at a scar on his arm or on his shoulder of like the lion attack or anything like that. No character building moments or anything like that. It's just like story beat and story beat. That's it. No in between. No like B-roll of like a private jet taking off and then and the father like up front, like nothing. God, dude. I've been only studying filmmaking now for a few years. I know how to tell a better story than that. And how do these executives get the green light to do this bullshit? Oh, that's right. They have all the money and no fucking brains to back it up.
Like he wakes up, the father says he's coming home, and suddenly he's just looking at letters from his dead mother.
Сергей, пообещай мне, что никогда не станешь таким.
Memento feels less disjointed, and that's supposed to feel disjointed.
Oh my god.
Because you were afraid. Fear will eat you. It makes you weak.
And yeah, I'll just say it. Crow's weight does not make sense for this character. Like, look, you can still have a heavier dude be threatening, like Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin. That's a good mix of punch and muscle. Hell, if they said he used to be a fierce killer but then became an alcoholic or something, I could buy that. But he's supposed to be an obsessed hunter. I want to kill this lion to be a legendary hunter. Don't be weak because we are hunters. Hunters, hunters, hunters. And the only thing it looks like he's hunting for is his line in a Paul Masson commercial. So when his son finally stands up to him, it just looks weird because he doesn't come across as that threatening.
He should have killed you!
Also saying his line like a Tim Taylor grunt doesn't help.
He should have killed you!
I should have killed...
Okay, now he's on the roof. It's like this movie's edited for people like me to talk over, cutting to other scenes.
Yeah.
I'm going. Don't leave me with him.
Dimitri tries to stop him from leaving, but our noble hero thinks to himself,
Don't look so weak.
You'll never respect me. I shouldn't have talked to you like that.
Be a man.
he'll be fine. And he has to use all his new animal-like instincts to sneak aboard a ship without being detected.
You on the run? Yes. Come on.
Or he can lazy riding his way on. He returns to Russia where Stampede's somehow less animated than the Lion King approaches. The chief from Zootopia looks more real than him.
Yeah.
You're not worth getting my hooves dirty. He finds an abandoned observatory, and you can guess what happens. He trains his body and soul to become more animal-like, and recreate the Robin Hood Men in Tights teaser. Brother, you know the line no animals were harmed in the making of this film? Well, there's no concern about that here because no animals were used in the making of this film. Dances with Dorks is upset that poachers killed several of the Stampede, so he takes them out.
Nah, 2 or 3 more, that'll kill him.
Okay, every once in a while there's a cool shot. Even when it cuts back to present day, there can still be a good action sequence, like how we see him still hunting poachers in adulthood. But A, the scene ends before it barely even starts. And B, for a movie told out of order...
See? Once again, why cut away from that? Why not have a chase scene where he, like, chases them down and then, like, hops over to their car and kills all of them and then has, like, a big moment with that guy who shot at him? Dude, there are so many things you could do to actually make this kind of sort of interesting. But they cut away from it before they even have a chance to do any of that shit. God. So terrible.
Don't you think this is where it should have started?
What's your name?
Andre.
Oh, found you.
How much cooler would that have been?
Yeah.
A lot better than Kimba the black and white lion for 2 seconds. The only thing missing?
Where's Mr. Teglin?
You're standing in him.
There totally should have been a human skin rug there. I know you put on that R rating at the last minute, but you goddamn embrace it.
Samantha Hodges was gunned down last week in broad daylight.
We see Calypso grown up as well, played by Ariana DeBose. Another person who should probably talk to her agent, who's going to the funeral of her mentor.
This system's broken.
Oh, and I guess Kraven's there too. This movie feels like cutscenes from a video game, except they take out where you play the video game.
You're the boy.
Hunting people down is sort of my thing.
They meet up as he explains he spends most of his time hunting poachers and all around bad people.
So you're the hunter.
That's just what they call me in the press. I prefer Kraven.
It's like saying they call me the man with no fear in the press. I prefer Cypher Rage.
I got as far away from my father as I could. And now I do what I can to get rid of people like him.
I see. So he's getting revenge on men like his father because he couldn't get revenge on his father when he was alive. Oh, he is alive. In fact, they're sharing a drink at his brother's birthday.
To the Kravinovs.
Vaše zdrowie.
Vaše zdrowie.
Isn't this kind of like the bride saying,
I will destroy every person remotely close to the person who tried to kill me. Oh, Bill's having a party Friday. I should totally go to that.
What am I missing?
Do you think this hunter actually exists?
Meanwhile, Blizzky has turned into the park pass guy who's now the head of a criminal organization.
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino?
I have a condition. I take out this hose, I become a rhino. Wait, I was just kidding. Is that really how it works?
When a rhino sees his opportunity, he doesn't hesitate.
I'm sorry. This setup mixed with
But you're
Castor Troy's...
hesitating.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes, quite literally. You're standing here, monologuing, instead of, gee, I don't know, going off and, like, goring these bastards to death. Or just something to make yourself seem intimidating. Instead, it's like, I will stand here and I will continue to monologue because I feel like it. Also, I'm a rhino.
Brother in a Book of Mormon costume just makes me think, God, I wish Paul Giamatti's Rhino got one of these movies. He might be the only one that can make this kind of stupid work. Don't believe me? See if you can make sense of this scene where he puts a hit out on Nikolai and it fails.
The Kravenov hit failed.
There was no edit there. There was no cutting. That is literally how the scene played out. Yes, you are seeing 100% exactly what was supposed to happen.
What was that fucking acting?
I don't know.
How is that intimidating? It sounded like he was about to hawk up a hairball.
I mean, there's so many more things you could play there that could be much more, like, intimidating. But
like, have him rip the fucking sink off the wall. Like, it's like he's literally already standing there like that. Like, no, it's like the hit is felt. The hit is felt, and it's just like throw it down on the floor.
Yeah,
you know?
and just like him getting angry, like he could, like Alessandro Nivola. I've seen his work. He can portray angry pretty freaking good. So
that was just silly and stupid.
Instead, he literally just has to like grab it and just be like, and then basically he just like drops the thing like you were saying, and then the scene could continue. But instead, we get this.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like, are you gonna hawk up a hairball, sir? Are you okay?
We got something.
The Kravenov hit failed.
Dang it, it's too early.
Now I'm gonna replay that. Because quite frankly, I had to replay that to make sure I saw what I saw.
We've already replayed.
I guess they should have called him the dolphin because clearly she has more of that DNA than with a rhino.
Oh my gosh.
The actor himself says he has no idea what this is because they added this sound in post. That's not even him making that noise.
Really?
So, if this movie decides it can just make up random sounds, why
They
can't I?
made
Here's
him
my
look
top-
like he was acting very badly right there, but it wasn't him.
Top 3.
But he probably was actually going, ah, or something like, you know. He might have actually acted that decently, but like in post, like they did something fucking weird with it. What the?
Make up random sound?
Whoever edited this movie and added that and shit needs to be fired.
It's like, who edited this? Can you get your money back? Jesus.
Why can't I? Here's my top 3.
Yeah, there you go.
That one works. Oh, gosh.
To be honest, I think he just topped everything you could come up with right there. Nah. Doesn't quite work.
Oh, come on.
Okay, best not to dwell on it too much. Top 4.
Damn it. Okay.
I cannot promise there won't
I'm
be
just
more.
gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Festers on the top 5. So as he festers on the set of Loaded Weapon 1, he gets a jump drive with security footage that looks so cinematic it was literally used in the movie before.
Put the foreigner on this. He is a bit of a freak, but he's been obsessed with the hunter for years.
And maybe next time don't have Tommy Wiseau direct your ADR.
Let's go eat, huh?
My God.
They call in the mysterious foreigner, played by Christopher Abbott, whose main goal is to present no possibility you're now watching that Merlin TV movie that came out in the 90s.
I'll be seeing you.
Those are words that are supposed to sound cool, I guess. Kraven still gets along with his brother, who still confusingly lives with his abusive father. You have superpowers, he is a pudgy 60. Why is this still a thing? But it looks like Dimitri is kidnapped by henchmen.
Please, please.
And they smoke! Again, once in a while there is a cool action sequence. This chase scene is pretty fun. Even if his movements seem hyper-focused, yet hyper-drunk at the same time. I am Kraven! Oh. I am Kraven! Ooh. I am Kraven! Oh god, that hurts! I am Kraven! Oh. I am Kraven! Some Advil. Top 6. He loses him as the henchmen make their way to a helicopter. Oh, there he is! You know what, just call this Yahtzee editing. You put all the scenes in a cup shaken, or whatever you get, you're stuck with.
Seems like it.
I am Kraven! I am Kraven! So good. I am Kraven! I am a cartoon character at this point because I did not put that sound effect in. Just put your beak on backwards at this point. Now, for some strange reason, both these actors are fine on their own, but when they're in a scene together, they somehow make each other's acting worse.
What the hell, Sergey?
They got my brother. Took him from his place.
So you saw them?
There's this...
It's the ADR. Once again, the ADR ruins everything. It's just like, we have to make this movie work somehow. ADR over it. No one will notice. I notice. He notices. Everybody notices. Their mouths move, and it's just like, what do you mean? Instead of saying, what do you mean? It's just like...
Or their mouths don't move, and you think you got it into a shot like where it's like not noticeable, but it is noticeable.
Yes.
Because when people talk, you can see their mouths moving at least.
Yeah, there's at least a little bit of like movement with like their head whenever they're talking.
I can tell he's not talking, he's just walking.
Yes.
You added voice there.
One guy sounded Turkish.
Like one of the 3 random accents you're doing right now? Their chemistry is so bad, they're like the reverse sides of magnets. The more you try to put them together, the more they push each other away.
I should have been there for him.
You spoke to them.
There was some screaming involved.
Even he has a look like, oh my god, did I really just say that line that way?
Yeah. Honestly, Aaron Taylor Johnson deserves way better than this. God.
We are creatively toxic for each other.
We will get him back.
Calypso says she'll help get his brother back as Kraven bad edits his way to the middle of a conversation with his dad.
Sergey.
Who are they?
They would not say.
I gotta give credit, this really is like reading a comic book. If the backside of every page was missing.
The time of day just changed in that, like, jump cut.
Yeah, literally.
Says he wants 20 million for Dimitri, but when his father refuses, Kraven decides to hunt him down himself. He tracks him down to northern Turkey, where he uses all his animal instincts, all his special powers, all his years of inhuman training to defeat the most advanced and dangerous criminal empire.
Are you serious?
I give up.
he's literally going up against like Skyrim guards. Like, must have been nothing.
Must have been the wind.
No, I'm not doing it. That's the stupidest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
Just say, this is the first R-rated movie for babies. Is that the connection to Spider-Man, the henchman, or his brain dance on Mary Jane level? Give me something to break. Give me something to break. Not the big one. The really big one.
You know the only thing that can cheer me up. Nope, didn't work, but I'm sitting, so let's go.
It cheered me up. It cheered us up, Doug. At least take solace in that.
He tackles a henchman out the window.
And totally should be dead.
All 3 CG scratches is all I'd have. Looks like neither.
Excuse me.
You alright, man?
Yeah.
Rhino nor Dimitri are there, and the foreigner continues to hunt him down.
Be seeing you.
Really thought that was your It's Chinatown, didn't you? Rhino shows Dimitri his condition. Yeah, he still calls it that.
Medications to manage my condition.
Yeah, that rare case of rocksteady syndrome is really spreading.
My
But he says the scientists both help magnify his power as well as control it. A sort of lame Bane, if you will. Kraven again teams up with Calypso.
Any word on Dimitri?
Not yet.
I don't like the feel of this at all.
No, really.
My God. Oh my God, dude. We had to do a little bit of ADR for hours. And our ADR is like 1,000 times better than this. This is Sony. $150+ million for this film. Oh my God. Actually, I need to know the budget. I need to know the budget now. Fuck. This hurts me, dude. This physically hurts me. Kraven the Hunter. Yeah. $130 million. You pay $130 million, and this is the best we get.
Acting virus, are they passing back and forth to each other? As he invites her to his home, where... You know, I think I figured it out. We assume this is supposed to represent something similar to our world, but it's not. It's supposed to be that world from the live-action Tom and Jerry movie, where all the animals are cartoons. Wouldn't that explain why a grown man is fighting a Beanie Baby right now? Meanwhile, the foreigner is nice enough to awkwardly explain why the hell he's been forced into this movie.
My mentor was like a brother to me. He was murdered. Kraven. So I traveled the world, followed him wherever he went.
Well, that completely got me invested in you. While we're at it, who's that? Oh, that's Katana. She's got my back. Her sword traps the souls of its victims. Okay, everything is masterfully set up then, top 8.
Oh, careful with that.
Calypso sees Kraven's arsenal of weapons and says she used to do archery in summer camp.
Archery at summer camp.
Wonder if that's gonna come back into play. And she reveals the potion she used on Kraven was the only bottle she got from her grandma.
What was in here?
My grandmother was kind of a mystic. She died not long after that trip, and I never saw her again.
As opposed to my grandma, who died in IC all the time.
Yeah, for real.
Anyway, the Rhino and Foreigner are on the move as they hunt the Hunter.
Interesting piece.
It's gonna take more than a gun to kill Kraven.
I was talking about your hair. Kraven CG bloods the hell out of them, but the Foreigner shoots some hallucinogens into his body. That's a handy moment. I totally forgot his mother and Spider-Man were supposed to be a thing in this movie.
3 darts is too much!
Right.
Oh, God. Fucking Ace Ventura when nature calls. And then just gets like 10 darts in the bag. Like, Hey.
Yeah, Foreigner is gonna get revenge for Kraven killing his uncle or whatever it was. Well,
No, he's
glad
not.
to see the literal only reason he was in this was to follow through on that summer camp payoff.
Well, that must be some summer camp.
You're not the only one with secrets.
Yeah, we'll learn all about him in the number of spin-offs coming out.
Yeah.
Kraven directs the stampede from earlier towards them because that's one of his powers now, which of course causes the Rhino to go off his meds and... You know, what was I expecting? Something that wouldn't look like the Rockbiter cosplaying as a Pokemon? Dude, just run into him with your head down. Do the only thing rhinos are known for. There you go. Or punch him. Again, I didn't edit that. That's totally how it was presented. I think Kraven slipped the editor a 50 just to get the film over with faster. It's the most heroic thing he's done so far.
My father was right about one thing. You are nothing.
How does this movie keep thinking the most unimpressive lines are impressive lines? Thank God hooves are stronger than bullets because the stampede ends up killing him where a gun couldn't, and the day is saved. However, Kraven puts together that his father was secretly manipulating everything so that Kraven would take care of the Rhino for him, hence why he didn't pay Dimitri's ransom.
Dimitri could have died, but that's the price of doing business, right?
You would not let anything happen to our precious Dimitri.
They cut off one of his testicles. He has other one, he's fine. After waiting way too long, he finally stops killing people like his father and just kills his father. With Brother Barry walk. But it looks like Dimitri wants to take over Rhino's operations, and I don't know, he has powers now. I shall call him Mini-Me. After doing an effect that I'm sure none of these people noticed, he tells him in yet another bad ADR line that his dad left him something.
Go home, Kraven. Dad left you something.
Ah, the coat the poster was promising would be in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Now it makes no sense because he's a good guy who killed the father he hated, so why is he wearing the coat of the father he hated? Guess it's time to not commit to maybe or maybe not being a villain like all the other characters who didn't commit to maybe or maybe not being a villain, but goddamn! Look at those ice tray abs.
See what I mean? That's all.
This was awful. For my money, I find Madam Web far more entertaining. I guess this is technically better made, but funny enough that makes it more boring. Occasionally there's a cool scene or some laugh out loud moments of the usual bad writing, bad editing, bad ADR, bad effects, you know the drill. But it's not consistent enough. Morbius, I think, wanted to give a corny send up to early 2000s cheese, and I think it achieved that. Madam Web, I don't think, was trying to do that, but ended up still giving something consistently hilarious. This film has moments of passion, both good and bad, but drowns in the usual studio notes that obviously took over the production. It's another film by committee, and while sometimes that can be entertainingly bad, most of it here is just dull bad. It's probably best these movies are coming to a close because the box office is clearly showing us nobody's interested in hunting them down. I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remit top 9. Maybe he left us with a few good things.
So
one of the
bad.
stupidest things I've ever seen.
Easily one of the dumbest things ever. Easily.
Oh.
God, I'm glad we watched this instead of the whole thing, right?
Like, if I knew somebody was like, yeah, I got to edit on a movie, I'd be like, really? And it's like, what movie? It's like, Kraven the Hunter. It's like, oh, interesting. I heard bad things about it. And it's like, no, man, look, check out this scene I did. He was actually yelling in the thing, but I replaced it with a sound to make him sound crazy. I would look at my friend and I would just be like,
I deserve that.
I'd be like, you're a fucking moron. And I was like, and you should take up a new career because you're not good at this one.
I guess the whole deal with Kraven the Hunter basically just being, like, once again, a villain that honestly, it can be an interesting villain, and they had some interesting stuff in this, but at the end of the day, it's just like, why Why are these boneheaded decisions being made by executives who literally don't, like, who've never made a movie in their entire lives? Why are we listening to them? Because they got all the money? Why? This is the problem that you always run into whenever you get to, like, upper echelons of management, no matter in what field. At some point, they don't want you to be a creative person that's actually going to, like, right the ship and do things that's actually going to make the money. No, they don't care about that. It's not about the money making. No, they can give a crap about that. It's about their egos. It's about their egos and how many head nodding yes men can I hire to basically just do what I tell them to, and I can basically just feel good about myself. And it's just like, well, you know, we're not making money with these, but at least they're listening to me. Good Lord. Well, I ain't got nothing else to add to this. All I gotta say is, it's awful, it's bad, and I'm glad it failed. And I'm glad Sony is canceling every single one of these, like, catastrophes before they get any further off the ground.
Yeah, because literally I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, I'm hesitant to want to go see any movies nowadays. And that's because stuff like this keeps happening.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to go spend like freaking $15 for a movie ticket to end up seeing a piece of trash in a theater by accident, you know?
Yeah.
Wasting my time and my money.
And wasting my life. Because I can think of things I could rather be doing for an hour and a half rather than watching this film.
That's why I said wasting my time and my money.
Well, yeah, but the life and time that I could be spending on something else that I enjoy. It's like, gee, I don't know, Baldur's Gate 3, one of the most like immersive experiences I've had in gaming in a long time. Yeah. Why not that? Well, I got nothing else. How about you, Nick? But anyway, let us know what y'all thought. If you want to see more from Doug, you know the deal. If you want to see more from us, here's that subscribe button. If you want to see us play some Curse of Strahd, feel free to click right here. If you want to see a random video, which, every time they always give us the weirdest recommendations. But anyway, till next time, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
Be good people. Take care. Peace.